This is Sky Sports Live.
It's action from Championship 1 here at the Tetley Stadium as two of the promotion contenders go head-to-head. The Dewsbury Rams take on the Keighley Cougars. These two sides certainly among the pace setters in Championship 1. As you can see, the Dewsbury Rams lead the field with an immaculate 100% record. Played 9, won 9, yet to taste defeat, certainly as far as the Championship goes, Warren Jowett's side. And the Keighley Cougars, under Barry Eaton, a former Dewsbury Rams favourite, of course, not doing too badly either. They are in third place and breathing closely down the neck of Oldham, who are second. And of course, top place takes automatic promotion. Playoffs for those beneath them, and that includes Oldham, Keighley, Hunslet, York City Knights, the Swinton Lions and the Blackpool Panthers. They make up the playoff places in Championship 1. But Dewsbury Rams, the team to catch at the moment. And Dewsbury feeling a bit hard done by after their latest outing, which in the Northern Rail Cup quarter-finals, they lost narrowly at Barrow. One change from that side with Chris Spur left out today. Alex Bretherston moves to the centre and Lockwood comes onto the bench. It's Lingard at full-back, Bryn Powell, Bretherton, Kane Aparti, Austin Buchanan, Pat Walker and Liam Finn. In the forwards, Keegan Hurst, Mike Emmett, Adam Robinson, Rob Spicer, Andrew Bostock and Adam Hayes, who captains the side. And on the bench, Ryan Smith, Taron Wildey, Liam Crawley and James Lockwood. And the coach is Warren Jowett. And the Keighley Cougars, well, they've had an 11-day break. They had a free weekend last weekend, so they're refreshed and unchanged from their last outing, which was a thumping win over Workington. It's George Rayner at full-back, Lee Maples, Dan Potter, Damien Reid, Gavin Duffy, John Presley, Danny Jones. And in the forwards for the Cougars, it's Andy Schickel, James Feather, who captains the side, Scott Law, Will Cartledge, Oliver Purseglove and Carl Hughes. And on the bench, Jermaine Ray, Craig Brown, Ryan Bedgerfield and Carl Gunny, and the coach is Barry Eaton. It's a beautiful sunny evening at the Tetley Stadium. We're not in Lee, these aren't the Centurions. That's just the way Dewsbury supporters go out for an evening. And certainly is a great crowd here at Dewsbury, and in a lot better spirits than when we were last here, which was of course during their relegation season last year. Dewsbury relegated from Championship, well, it was National League 1 then, but they're making a very good effort to come straight back at the first attempt, and that's brought the crowds back here to the Tetley Stadium. But they will meet a real test here tonight from this Keighley Cougars side. Corey Eaton, the Cougars mascot, coming out with the team, son of the coach Barry Eaton, who of course was a big favourite here at the Dewsbury club. It won't be such a big favourite tonight if he can bring an end to this unbeaten record at the start of the table for the Dewsbury Rams. And Warren Jowett's side, as I said, feeling pretty hard done by after last weekend's defeat at Barrow. They were so close to causing an upset in that game. And a good crowd here tonight for this one. It's the Dewsbury Rams and Keighley Cougars, and Robert Hicks, the referee for the evening. Our commentary team, Barry McDermott, Phil Clark, and first of all, Ben Pro.
Dewsbury are looking for a perfect 10 tonight as they face one of their closest rivals for automatic promotion from Championship 1. The Rams have the only 100% record across the top 3 divisions, but tonight's opponents, Keighley, have won their last 3 matches, and with former Dewsbury legend Barry Eaton in the coaching hot seat, they'll be desperate for 3 points to close the gap on the runaway leaders. And it's Dewsbury in possession first of all from the kick-off. 3 in there already for Keighley, led by Andy Schickel. It's Mike Emmett who gets the ball away. The Keighley Cougars kicking into this sun in this first period. It's right behind the Dewsbury Rams this first 40 minutes, and that could play a real part, certainly in the first half of this game.
Well, what a brilliant indication of how Dewsbury want to play this game. Inside the first minute, inside their own half of the field, they've shifted it wide to Big Hayes, Adam Hayes, the captain, to get them going forward. And I'm really excited at the prospect of this match. Both sides have built a recent reputation for playing highly entertaining rugby league with good ball movement and support of the ball carrier. We're in for a good Thursday night's action.
Good drive forward from Andy Bostock, and it's continued there. And on the last tackle, the kick comes in. It's an awkward bounce initially, and you could see how George Rayner, the Keighley Cougars fullback, was just shielding his eyes from that sun. And the chase is a good one from Dewsbury. Led by Rob Spicer. Championship 1 Player of the Month, Rob Spicer. Now Keighley with a chance in possession. Strong run coming in. It's Bostock who effects the tackle there alongside Adam Hayes. That was on Schickel. 4 already gone though for the Cougars. Feather has it. Now Schickel again. Driven into the ground there by Keegan Hurst, and that's the last one, or it will be the last one coming up for Keighley Cougars. Pressure on the kick. Time though for Dewsbury in possession. It's a good chase again though from Keighley, and they just want to put the pressure on the Rams early on, that time on Austin Buchanan.
And not only do Keighley have the sun in their eyes, they also have the wind in their face at the moment. The breeze blowing behind the Dewsbury side. It was interesting to watch just how soft the kick was from Dewsbury when they aimed to gain territory. Important that they didn't kick the ball over the dead ball line and relieve the pressure, forcing Keighley instead to take up possession. And now Dewsbury go down the middle of the field. Some strong carries and some quick play of the balls.
And Keegan Hurst with the latest, and that culminates in a penalty going Dewsbury's way. Interference is the verdict, and just signs that Keighley struggling to maintain this pressure. Here is Bryn Powell for Dewsbury Rams. That's how close they are to the line, just 10 metres away. Thanks to that penalty, it was a huge kick in the wind. It's Mike Ebbers who waits. Turns the ball back inside from Andy Bostock this time. Andy Bostock, 14 tries already this year. Incredible record.
Good
cycle the ball again. It's Adam Robertson. He manages to offload as well. That's great play. It's Bostock again.
Wait for the foot.
Getting Dewsbury Rams to within 7 metres of that line. Alex Bretherton trying his luck. There's 4 in there though. Last one coming up for Dewsbury Rams. First examination of this Keighley line. The kick comes in.
What a brilliant catch. Lee Maples it was, who plucked it out of the air. Perfect. I mean, Liam Finn's kick was a difficult one for him to take. There were 3 Dewsbury players in the picture and only one with a Keighley shirt on. But a wonderful piece of skill, and anybody who saw the feature on Boots and All this week about the Dewsbury side would be aware about their focus of skill. So much of it around the training, early demonstration of it, but the greatest catch so far, that from Lee Maples on the right wing.
10 metres, Dewsbury.
This position being set up by a run from Andy Schickel. Through a lot of work in this opening 4 minutes or so. Last tackle coming up for Keighley Cougars.
That was a great defensive set for Dewsbury. Didn't allow Keighley to get more than 30 yards, and that's why they received the ball just over the 40-metre line. Really impressed with the work rate, Dewsbury. They're running good lines, they're pushing into that next hole for one another, and they're on the front foot forcing and earning that penalty for the side.
Another penalty. It was the speed of the play, the ball from Bretherton. Really have started at a high tempo, Dewsbury Rams. Came so close a few moments ago. What can they do here? It's Bryn Powell, and they've undone all that good work. It's a forward pass. Well, Warren Jowett will be tearing what hair he has out over that, because that was a great position for the Rams. and they've wasted it.
Well, we get to see, again, they've had a penalty on this side. They elect to start as quickly as possible, but the referee says that's a forward pass, and it's hard to disagree from this angle. Keighley's goal line defence has been impressive. OK, they want to test it for one play there, but prior to that, an offload here. This all goes really because Dewsbury, the physically dominant side.
It's been seized upon by Pat Walker, and Dewsbury have the initiative back. Centre field, 20 metres or so away from the line. Andy Bostock has it now. They've regained the initiative here, Dewsbury Rams. Feints to go one way, comes back the other, brings in Adam Hayes, and it's another penalty Dewsbury Rams way, and early signs that Keighley are really struggling with the speed of these play the balls from Dewsbury Rams.
I think John Presley was struggling with the size of Adam Hayes too when he ran at him there. He thought very often when a small player sees a big giant charging at them, they tend to jump off the feet and hit him high around the head. I think that was Presley's strategy here. He's off the floor, hits him high, and although he pulls Hayes to the floor, the referee says that's illegal. You can see the arm is around the head or neck area.
Just once or twice, that's it.
Dewsbury won their last 10 home games against Keighley, and they've started well today. They've decided to go for 2 points, and it's Pat Walker who slots the ball between the posts. All that pressure, and Dewsbury Rams have 2 points on the board. They lead by 2 points to nil.
It's the weight of possession that Dewsbury are managing to capitalise on. Good field position, and again running big blokes at some of the pivotal players. John Presley, a very good player for this Keighley side, but he had to make a decision. He had to be physical. He jumped up, left the ground, and made that illegal tackle.
Play on.
Just saw a shot of Barry Eaton there. Well, he's in his third year now at Keighley, the former Dewsbury man, and he actually turned down the chance to coach at the Tetley Stadium, so he has particular motivation this evening.
He'll be delighted with a kick restart there from Danny Jones. He saw Buchanan trapped it on his try line, and just look what a difference that's made to the 3 tackles that Keighley have made so far.
Dewsbury finding it difficult to get away from that danger area. 4 tackles gone already. This time it's Will Cartledge with the tackle. Last one coming up. The kick comes in under some pressure. Again, it's a good set though, and Keighley have to bring the ball away from their own 20-metre line.
And Gavin Duffy was tested with the ball bouncing, the sun in his eyes, and 3 Dewsbury players sprinting up quickly on him. The challenge now for these Keighley forwards like Scott Law and the rest of his men is, can they make a dent? Can they play the ball quicker and speed up their tempo? Schickel now penetrates a hole.
Andy Schickel over halfway for Keighley Cougars. Penalty for holding down.
Just a little nudge there. Adam Hayes just biting off that extra second as he's getting up. Schickel's a big man. Just gains that extra second, just that nudge, just those 2 hands on his back, forcing the referee to blow his whistle.
Taking a leaf out of the Dewsbury, but with the speed of their play, the ball there, and now Keighley with a chance in attack. It's with Oliver Pursglove.
Movement. Hold Adam, well done.
Feather waiting. Comes back for Presley. That was Law. Now it finds Jones, and Danny Jones gets the ball away again.
Move. Go.
Hayes, Schickel, I should say, and Schickel could be over here for Keighley Cougars. He's awarded the try. We saw the strength earlier in the move from Andy Schickel, and he's stretched out and gone over for the first try for Keighley Cougars. It's only his second of the season, and the man who made the National League 2 Team of the Year in 2007 and 2008 puts Keighley ahead at the home of the Dewsbury Rams.
Well, the gauntlet was thrown down to Schickel and Law. The forwards for this Keighley side, can they match it in the middle of the field? This is a great run. He's timing his runs to perfection, bursting through 1 tackle there we see to get the hole. The penalty was awarded there because of the interference, and then he's popped up again early on this play. It's a nice soft pass from Feather, who puts it into his arms and asks him to get over.
Danny Jones improves that try from Andy Schickel, and so Dewsbury trail now by 6 points to 2.
If Keighley, who are third in the table, are going to come to the top of the league and come away with a victory, they need to make the most of the chances. They've only been in their opposition half once and managed to come up with a really strong, powerful try. Simple stuff, strong and hard.
Restart taken well there by John Presley, but immediately the Dewsbury players are in his face, and it's a good tackle, a double tackle there from Liam Finn and Alex Bretherton to push him back towards his own line. They're stung by that try, Dewsbury Rams.
Great defensive pressure on Presley there. Looks all shook up.
Well, we need a little less conversation from you, I think, Barry.
A little more action, please, Ben.
It's Will Cartledge for Keighley Cougars. Now Schickel on the last tackle for Keighley Cougars. Tried to put pressure on Presley as he took that kick. And it's Lee Lingard who tidies up for Dewsbury Rams, who have a set of 6 now from their own 20-metre line and just trying to up the pace again. That was Bryn Powell. It's an untidy play of the ball. It's been pinched here by Damien Reid. Reid spinning away from the first tackler. He's immediately put down, but more important for Barry Eaton and Keighley Cougars, they've got the ball back. It's with Duffy, now Presley, and Law comes into it now. Scott Law put down 30 metres or so away from the Dewsbury Rams line. They'd look back-to-back tries here. It's Carl Hughes taking it forward now for Keighley Cougars.
Hold here, mate. Hold. Go.
James Feather goes to the left-hand side, brings in Presley. That was Purse Glove. John Presley again, and now Danny Jones. Last one coming up for the Cougars, and it's a delicate chip in.
His foot was on the line.
Well, he caught it on the full, didn't he? In the in-goal area. It'll be a tap on the 20 to restart, and the Rams won't waste time for this.
Great work there from Liam Finn in a difficult situation. It was a difficult take for him, and now a penalty goes Dewsbury Rams' way. More interference in that tackle.
Well, it's great to see both teams wanting to play at a high tempo whenever they can, to press on with the accelerator, test their opponents. Nice combinations between Jones, Presley, Feather for the Keighley side, but they'll be tested here now with some strong and determined charges again by the Dewsbury Rams.
The latest comes in from Will Cartledge. Dewsbury with the better of the penalty count, as you see there. Here is Lee Lingard now for the Rams. Spins away from one. It's good play from the fullback. Brings in Bryn Powell.
Well, Keighley just can't cope, can they, with the Dewsbury side at the moment. The dummy half runs have been very successful, where the man behind the play of the ball picks it up and scoots very quickly. It's caught Keighley on the back foot, and the desperate here now to control the speed of the play of the ball.
You know what's coming if you don't sort it out.
I think that's what the referee's saying to him, Phil. They're trying to grab that extra couple of seconds, trying to give the defensive line chance to get back and get organised.
Dewsbury with much the better of the early field position. It's Andy Bostock with the first one of this sequence. Mike Everett gets the ball into the centre of the field there. More good defence on show from the Cougars. This, meanwhile, it's Pat Walker. Now it's Walker who moves into the dummy half position as a party goes down. That was Liam Finn. This is Adam Hayes. Hayes with a pass. Strength coming in from Bostock again. And this time, Andy Bostock over for Dewsbury Rams. But it didn't take long. Keighley Cougars put their first try on the board, and Andy Bostock replies with his 15th try of the season. The second rower. 3 tries against Blackpool last month. One of the few players in this Dewsbury Rams side from local amateur club Thornhill Trojans, and Andy Bostock levels things up here in Dewsbury.
Well, a lot to admire about how Dewsbury constructed this try. They were given a penalty, and in the set to build up to this play, moved it over to the left-hand side of the field. Testing Keighley over there, no joy, but brought it back, coaches talk about having players in good shape, running at good holes with good timing, and although the Cougars defenders stuck to Bostock, they couldn't prevent his momentum, which was such with the leg drive to take him through 1 or 2 tackles and up to the try line. Nice control of the ball, plants it down, the first 4 points for the Rams.
It's Pat Walker with a difficult kick, but he's converted that, and so Dewsbury Rams retake the lead. They're ahead by 8 points to 6. The try from Bostock converted by Walker.
And this is where they go to the left. They try and find the left centre, Kane Party. It's a nice delayed pass, shows it at the last second, and Keighley's defence is good, but that's dragged so many of the Cougar defenders over to this side of the field, and then when it's shifted back, they can't regroup in time.
Restart just about goes Dewsbury's way. They tried for the short one, Keighley, and Spicer has it now for the Rams. Again, it's a quick play of the ball. Mike Emmett moves things on. It's Schickel who mans the defensive line for Keighley Cougars. There's 3 in there as a party goes down.
They're getting numbers in the time. That advantage line.
Liam Finn plays it for Dewsbury. 3 tackles gone and already well into this Keighley Cougars half. Alex Bretherton trying to get away on the right hand side for Dewsbury Rams. Now it's Adam Hayes. Hayes put down by Law. Last one, Emmett. Now it's Finn. Finn to the left hand side and Walker. There's an overlap here and a party looking for it, and a party is in. Dewsbury Rams have back-to-back tries, and the latest one is from Kane Party. It's his 13th of the season, but he got 6 in 1 match in 2006 for Doncaster, and the former Hull Kingston Rovers man extends the Dewsbury advantage, and back-to-back tries will really hurt this Keighley side.
Well, it's a measure of a skillful side who can score on the last tackle. They don't need to kick because they have the ability to pass the ball to players in space. Kane Party just brushes inside Maples because Maples was outnumbered 3-1 by this time. They know that they have their opponents on the back foot, and finding big players in big holes means more points for the Rams.
Kick from Pat Walker. Not successful, but Dewsbury extend their lead. They're ahead now by 12 points to 6.
This is a bad try to concede. They just kicked off having conceded one the previous set of 6, and there's players that have been behind the post saying, come on, we need to tighten up, we need to be defensively strong and restrict the yardage, and they did the exact opposite.
This is Dewsbury back in possession again, and Law with a tackle. It's Bostock now for the Rams. See the problems that the sun is causing for these Keighley players. Attacking down this right hand side now, Dewsbury Rams, just 5 metres short of the halfway line. 4 tackles gone. Infield for Liam Finn. Now it's Adam Robinson driving in.
5 and left. 2 feet.
Taken down by Craig Brown, on from the bench. Here is Gavin Duffy now for Keighley Cougars.
He appears to be a very evasive player, Duffy. I hope we get to see more of him with some better position on the field and some good ball. It's one who's excited me. In the game against Workington, he stood out as a real problem, a strike weapon for them. Oh, there's some strike now in Dewsbury's defence.
You wouldn't want to be one of the back 3 players for Keighley today. That sun is so cruel.
Dewsbury having the better of the possession and the possession in opposition half. Keighley will want to complete this set as James Feather moves away. Big penalty count as well. Last one now coming up for the Cougars. It was Carl Hughes who played the ball, and John Presley gets the kick away. Collected by Austin Buchanan. Thunders into the tackle there of Craig Brown. Dewsbury back in possession then, and it's Ollie Pursglove who makes the tackle for Keighley Cougars.
Again, look at the dummy half runs. That's an easy 10 metres. Markers need to be up, marking and controlling that play better. Oh, good yardage now. The times when your opponents are on top of rugby league, and this is it for Keighley. Can they survive?
But just look at the defensive line, Phil. It's stood still. It's not moving up. You need to get off your own line and push them over the cliff.
The latest run is Liam Crawley. This is the last one for Dewsbury Rams, but they're only 10 metres away. It's with Alex Bretherton. Bretherton over the sideline, so Keighley restart on the 20-metre line. They've seen off that threat, but they can't see off too many more if Dewsbury are going to have this sort of possession. Terrible restart there from Keighley Cougars.
I think they're unlucky there. I'm not sure whether a player touches this ball. It looks awful though.
No, I agree here. Look at the ground though that's got Dewsbury into this position. Play after play, timing the ball so well, hitting over the advantage line and taking their opponents continuously on the back foot, hitting the hole behind the play of the ball, where very rarely will a defender stand, and they've made good yards on the back of doing that ploy. There's the third one again then. Again, into that hole, almost score, but just pushed over to the sideline. They'll have another chance now from this scrum.
We know that confidence will be high at Dewsbury, but of course Keighley won 58 points to 6 on their last outing. The kick on the first tackle, it bounces awkwardly. Keighley have it back and then spill it, and this could be a disaster for Keighley Cougars. It's been pounced upon. The referee, Robert Hicks, is going to hand this one on to the video official, Jamie Leahy.
Well, in many ways you'd say that they deserve a try. The inventiveness from the Dewsbury side, first play from the scrum, close to opponent's line. It's a difficult kick not to send the ball too far. And I think it's Liam Finn who just kicks it. Are his teammates onside? Yes. Now, unkindly for the Rams, the ball bounces over the head of 3 players and back into the arms of, I think, Rayner, the fullback for Keighley, who then has it legally stripped in a one-on-one tackle. Now, does that go forward? I think it does. It's Adam Hayes, the captain, who grounds it. But I would have to say, Barry, that he pulls the ball forward here. This would be classed as a knock-on, not an error from Rayner losing the ball backwards.
Yeah, I think you're right. Looking at it again, the ball's going forward. It just shows the ruthlessness of this Dewsbury side. Relentless in what they're trying to do.
Robert Hicks getting the decision.
No try. It's a knock-on. It's a scrum down.
Knock-on is awarded. So it's head and feet to Keighley Cougars. Knock on the decision, and Adam Hayes, the captain, denied what would have been a try that would have been very, very tough on Keighley Cougars. Just want to move the ball away from their own line.
Good shot.
Great defence there from Andy Bostock. This, meanwhile, is Damien Reid for Keighley Cougars. Moving field, another big shot this time. That was from Bostock again, who's getting through a lot of defensive work. That's him in the tackle again. Feather gets the ball away, and that's Danny Jones.
If the Keighley side can make some impact, then I think the ball players behind them can actually start to create something for the Cougars, but they need to match the opponents physically up front first.
Another testing kick taken brilliantly by Bryn Powell. In his 3rd season at Dewsbury now, Powell.
That's better work as a marker defender from Gavin Duffy. Get out and get the man. Again he goes for it. Gets him around the ankles. Pulls him down.
Great work on Lee Lingard first of all.
4 in it. 4 on the bounce from a muscular touch, Judge.
He goes back now, Gavin Duffy to the wing. It's the last play. Can they put any pressure on the kicker?
Liam Crawley gets them into the Keighley half of the field, and Liam Finn it is with the kick. It's straight down the throat though of Damien Reid. Chase is a good one, and Reid is trapped on that 20-metre line. This is George Rayner now, the fullback for Keighley Cougars. Moved up again though in numbers, Dewsbury Rams. There's 3 in there to effect the tackle there on Lee Maples. Jones gets the ball further wide to Potter now. Dan Potter within 5 metres of that halfway line for Keighley Cougars. It's with Jones. Looping pass to this near side. Duffy unable to take it. They're trying to play expansively.
They are trying to play with width, perhaps because they can't go forward in the middle of the field first. It's a difficult pass to take on the halfway line on the 4th play. Look where the ball ends up. Ow. Bit of pain for the cameraman.
Doug, the 14th man on the field for Keighley Cougars there. There he is. Soldiering on. This is Spicer now, meanwhile, for Dewsbury Rams. This is Liam Crawley now for
Again,
Dewsbury.
they've taken them back into the middle of the field, setting up wide to attack them towards closer to the right touchline. Hayes takes it to the line. Oh, that's a high tackle by Reid.
Alex Bretherton felt that. Again, they've got a penalty close to the Keighley line and a chance to attack again.
Look, he's all off balance. His body's moving to the left, and then Bretherton stepping back, and because of that loss of balance, poor technique in the tackle, penalty. 6 more players now for the Rams.
Damien Reid. Keighley's 8th club, as you see.
And the 6th, it goes down to none because they've knocked on the first play. There are times and again when you're in charge on control and you need to score points when it's happening. That's not really been the case with Dewsbury. They've got 12 on the board so far, but with their dominance, you'd expect them to be a little bit more in control at this point.
I think Dewsbury's dominance comes from the fact that they've had the ball in good positions, and when they've had it, they've run hard and run strong, and they've made Keighley tackle them. As simple as that seems, it's just taking petrol out of the tank.
Well, Dewsbury now trying to force the mistake. That was Lee Maples for Keighley Cougars. Penalty. More pressure now applied by the Cougars. More messing around at the play of the ball. Interference, holding down. That time it was Kana Party. And now Keighley with a chance to attack this Dewsbury line. It's been a while since they've been in possession in this part of the field, and Ryan Benjafield has it now for the Cougars. Now Craig Brown.
Drop that ball.
They've lost possession. So each team having advantage, or having the chance to attack, I should say, and really wasting it.
Well, it's Feather who gets out to the acting half-back position here for Keighley. Has it stripped in a one-on-one tackle, but then Dewsbury guilty of knocking on in the possession. And it's great to see Keighley here now at this part of the field. Hughes picked it up from the scrum. Very rarely have they been this close to Dewsbury's line.
It was Hughes who played the ball. This is Oliver Pursglove. Pursglove plays it now, and Presley has it. Tricky customer to put down. John Presley comes back towards the centre of the field. The 3rd tackle coming up for Keighley Cougars. Move to the right hand side with Danny Jones. This is Dan Potter now. Patient so far from the Cougars. James Feather has it now, hands it on to Carl Hughes, and Hughes with a try-scoring pass. It was dropped, and they pound the ground in frustration there, Keighley Cougars. That was an excellent opportunity.
Well, it's nice how he just pops it up, doesn't he? Tries to get the ball live to Dan Potter, arcing back around from that play.
I didn't think you'd go the length of the
But Potter doesn't take the ball, although he's over the line. He doesn't have the ball with him.
Dan Potter, a postman by trade. He missed the delivery there.
Go. Stay out for.
Dewsbury then with a chance to bring the ball away through Gavin Duffy.
Go.
Look, they're able to run from dummy half with Eddie Marcus set. Buchanan's the next one to go. Runs at Jones and makes good yards.
Buchanan makes good yards for the Rams.
4.
This is Taron Wildey now.
Go.
Plays it Dewsbury continue to put the ball through the hands, and Adam Hayes has it. Last one coming up for Warren Jowett's side. It's a grubber kick to that Keighley left-hand side where Gavin Duffy has a problem.
What an excellent chase.
Well, he's not managed to get back in the field of play, and so Dewsbury have won themselves a repeat set.
What a superb kick and chase. As Liam Finn kicks this ball, he's on the front foot. And because Duffy can't trap the ball, he can't catch it on the full. Just watch him, he's on the front foot now, just puts a little tickle. There's half a dozen players from Dewsbury chasing like mad. Great work from Dewsbury.
The dropout makes the 30-metre line. Dewsbury perhaps can sense something here. It's with Lee Lingard.
2 feet 13, you're offside.
It was Mike Emmett. He brings in Crawley now. Liam Crawley, 15 metres away from that Keighley Cougars line. Great ball back on the inside from Pat Walker. This is Spicer now.
2 feet.
Rob Spicer on the fourth tackle, and Party has it. Back for Finn. Now Hayes. Adam Hayes back on the inside, and Lingard is lurking. 4 gone for Dewsbury. Mike Emmett further wide from Finn for Bretherton this time. And he's lost the ball, Liam Bretherton.
Well, excellent work again by the Keighley Cougars side. They're tested across the full width of the pitch, and yet their commitment and their communication is sufficient at the moment to see off the Dewsbury side. Half an hour of the game gone, they're only 6 points behind, and yet they've had to do so much of the game, spend so long inside their own half, so much of it close to the line.
Maybe that's one of the things that Warren Jowett will be talking about, maybe making the most of these opportunities that they've had.
It's a great test, isn't it, the game now, finally balanced, and you hope if you're a Dewsbury supporter, your side have got the patience that will eventually wear down their opponents, particularly in the second half.
That player will put some speed around the ruck. Jermaine Ray, player with electric pace.
High tackle from Liam Crawley. Keighley Cougars have the penalty.
Grabbing forearm from Dewsbury. But you watch number 14 for Keighley Cougars.
He made a real difference, Jermaine Ray. Has it now for Keighley in that 58 points to 6 win over Workington 11 days ago. Made a real difference off the bench. A potent weapon for Barry Eaton. This is Danny Jones. Now Rayner gets the ball away as well. It's a good pass for Cartledge, and Will Cartledge trying to go through a couple there. Got tackles in the bank here, Keighley Cougars, as Jermaine Ray probes forward again. Just 8.5 minutes to go or so to the break. What would they give for a try here? Danny Jones, John Presley. This now is Damien Reid, and they've coughed up possession again. Alex Bretherton seizes upon it for Dewsbury, and he's still going, Bretherton. A chance goes begging there for Barry Eaton's side.
Well, disappointing shape or formation from the Keighley players. How they were stood as the ball was passed out to them never really gave them much chance. They didn't ask any questions of their opposition in defence. They just stood in a line, chain passed it along, and then eventually came up with the error. And that could be a reflection now of the fact that they're starting to tire. 40-20 attempted kick here now from Dewsbury. And Duffy has to sprint back again to his trial, and geez, he's done some work this half.
Yeah, you know, right?
Lee Lingard it was with the kick. This is Duffy to bring it back, and it's another heavy tackle from Walker that time. This is Rayner now for Keighley Cougars.
Go.
Good hit coming in from Pat Walker there on Potter, and Ray quickly in. This is Maples now. Lee Maples almost at halfway for Keighley. Ray involved again. Now it's Damien Reid. Down by Emmett there. Last one for Keighley, so John Presley with a huge kick. It was Lingard who came for it initially and then backed off. Tied it up by Bryn Powell.
Well, amazingly, all the Keighley players just anticipated a Dewsbury man catching the ball. None of them actually looked to challenge for it. Had they done so, there was a possibility it could have been them who had possession.
Bryn Powell back in attack for the Rams. This is Buchanan over halfway. Plays the ball for Emmett.
That's good defence. Benjifield's line speed in the last 10 minutes or so, he might not stop them every time, but he's certainly slowing them down.
Last one for Dewsbury. Adam Hayes has it. Mike Emmett moves in. There's pressure on Liam Finn, but he's still going. Liam Finn, this is a great break. He has support on the outside. It's a good pull, and a party has his second try of the match. On the last tackle, Dewsbury Rams strike in clinical fashion, and Kane Aparti with his 14th try of the season extends the advantage. But it looked like Keighley was sniffing around to try and equalise, level things up before half-time, but it's Dewsbury who extend their lead. That will be a really difficult thing to take for Bury Eaton.
Well, they had their own kick that they didn't deal with, and then when it came to the opponent's turn to kick, it was an individual effort to put the kicker under pressure, and one that Liam Finn ran to perfection. He knew to spin through the tackle, take the ground until the last second, and then find a man in support. It's Kane Aparti who backs up well here. Finn spins through that first tackle, recognises that he can't get the kick in because of the pressure, but just waits for some support alongside, and Aparti shows his experience to be there at the right time.
Aparti 11 tries in 16 Dewsbury starts last year, 14 in 2009, and Pat Walker looking for his third success from the sideline. It's an excellent kick from Pat Walker, appreciated by this crowd at the Tetley Stadium. The try from Aparti converted by Walker, and so Dewsbury lead by 18 points to 6. Warren Jowett got a try in the last win over Keighley here. Warren Jowett in 2006, the former Bradford man. He won the Super League title in 1997, the Dewsbury Rams coach, part of that Bradford squad under Matthew Elliott. There's the more silverware in the form of a Cooperative Championship 1 title for Dewsbury Rams. Well, it's early days, but they're on course so far for a 10th win with 10 matches played. In possession again now, 9 metres away from that halfway line with Rob Spicer. Now Hayes spins into the tackle there of Ryan Benjafield. Gunny in there as well, 2 substitutes combining for Keighley Cougars. Centre field for the Rams. Last one coming up. It was Wildey who played the ball. It's that man Finn in with the decisions again. That kick too long, and Gavin Duffy happy to just see that ball drift over the dead ball line, and so Keighley will restart on the 20-metre line. Liam Finn played his 100th Dewsbury game at Barrow.
Good shot.
There's a massive difference between how quickly Dewsbury come up to make the tackle, there's one of them, and how quickly the Keighley side are prepared to move off in defence. As soon as the ball hits the player's floor, at the play of the ball, the Rams are forward, up the first early few steps, and they're prepared to hit the man with the ball. Conversely, Keighley aren't doing that quick enough, although they get another penalty. And just before half-time, there's every possibility that Keighley could press here now on the Dewsbury line. The ball's turned back inside, and he pulls the ball out to go into the referee at the last minute.
And there's 2 men in the tackle.
You can attack the ball, mate, you must wrap it up.
So Keighley with a late chance here to exert some pressure on this Dewsbury line. Centre field with Craig Brown. Jermaine Ray. Short ball this time. Driven back though. Ryan Benjafield by Crawley. Ray moves to the right, gets it back from Danny Jones. Forward pass though for Craig Brown, and Jermaine Ray just looks rather ruefully at that decision.
Jermaine Ray just too tempting to pass it to Brown there. I think if you just look to the bottom of your screen, you just can't quite see him. Presley, he's in an excellent position, and they could have had a real attacking chance.
want to put your head in, please?
Referee not happy with how that scrum had formed
Hold the 5, guys.
as Liam Finn prepares to feed the ball for a second time. Just a minute and a half now to the break, and Dewsbury looking
Tackle 1.
for another late try. Lee Lingard. Emmett. Good defence on show from Carl Gunny there. That was on Rob Spicer. Dewsbury working to their left-hand side. That's where 2 tries have come from a party already. Best attack and defence in Championship 1, Dewsbury Rams.
4. Move.
To put some more points on the board here. Liam Crawley played that ball. This is Finn now. And Alex Bretherton will play the ball. This is the last one coming up for Warren Jowett's men. Liam Finn will go to the air. Again, it's to the left-hand side as far as Dewsbury are concerned. Taken brilliantly again by Lee Maples.
Well, he's looked remarkably comfortable under the kick, hasn't he? And taken both of them well, but even with 30 seconds to go, he gets up off the floor, takes the ball. One of the Dewsbury players contest for it. And they might just about get to the half-time here with a 12-point deficit, although they've been bashed around. They're lucky still, I think, the Keighley side, the way the game's gone, to only be 12 points behind.
4 tackles gone for the Cougars, and ball promoted again there by 2. It was Damien Reid who ends up with possession for Keighley Cougars. That's the last action of this first half. Dewsbury with a lot of possession. They could have had a bigger lead, but as it is at half-time, they're ahead by 18 points to 6.
Yes, for a long time the Keighley Cougars stood their ground against the Dewsbury Rams onslaught, but just towards the end of that first half, the warning signs were there that Dewsbury were in no mood to relinquish this 100% record. 9 wins from 9, and it looks as though they're going to make it 10 from 10 at the moment, unless the Keighley Cougars can turn it around in the second half. Join us after the break at the Tetley Stadium with this Championship 1 game between the Dewsbury Rams and the Keighley Cougars. 18-6 at half-time to the Rams, and just towards the end of the first half they got a grip on the game, but Barry, for a long time Keighley really stood their ground.
Absolutely, it's Keighley who started in the most positive vein. It's Schickel here, the big number 8, who just runs hard and strong, and he earns his side a penalty, and from that field position with the exact same run he manages to worm his way over and get the ball down for the first points. But that jolted Dewsbury into action, and Dewsbury at times have looked awesome, and Presley, whilst trying to slow the Dewsbury players down, gave away that penalty, which again saw Dewsbury with sweet hands get to the other side, the other end of the pitch, and Andrew Bostock used all his size and power to just jam that ball down. But the kicking game for me has been the most impressive part. Liam Finn, who gives that nice sweet pass to a party, he's been a lot of what's been right for Dewsbury in this first half. He's in your screen now. Evades the kick pressure that comes from Keighley, and because it's one bloke going up on his own, it gives him time and space, and it allows him the space to find a party for his second try.
So just at really the last 10 minutes of that first half, the Dewsbury Rams started to look very threatening. It really had been, as they say, the good old arm wrestle up till then. But you can see why the Rams have got this 100% record, certainly as far as the championship goes, and why they pushed Barrow all the way last Sunday in the Northern Rail Cup.
It's very simple. It's all Route 1 rugby league. It's hard, it's fast, it's strong, and what they do is they throw numbers at you, and Phil's quite right. When they get in good ball, which is from the halfway line to your opposition's try line, they set up one of the scrum lines, they look to use width, they have bodies in motion, and they run hard and strong, and it's very impressive, Bill.
And as far as the Keighley Cougars go, I mean, they're third in the table, but too many mistakes. They've conceded a fair few penalties. And it's the sort of game where you get chances. If you get chances, you've got to take them, and they've been guilty maybe of not doing that.
I think in the halves they've got some players who can cause some trouble, and I think Presley at times he's looked lonesome tonight because of the weight of numbers firing at him and the people who are making him defend, and as we saw on the highlights he had to give a penalty away.
Well, we've got, I think, from these two sides, they dominate the Championship 1 team of the month. You've got 4 Dewsbury Rams and 5 from the Keighley Cougars. That's in the Championship 1 team of the month, and I think that's a fair reflection from what we've seen tonight.
Let's not forget Oldham, though. They've got some good players in that squad as well.
Well, you would say that, wouldn't you?
Well, I would do, but I'm sure that Keighley will just take stock, have a look at what they can fix up. This game by no means has gone for the Keighley Cougars, but what they need to do is control the speed and power of this Dewsbury side.
And Dewsbury, I mean, the forwards look as though they are the platform that they're going to build on, and they're just going to continue with that, surely, aren't they? Because they know they've got the beating of the Keighley pack.
Very simple, and Warren Jowett, when he was at Bradford, was part of that juggernaut forward pack that they were famous for, and I think that's the mentality he's took towards Dewsbury.
And can you see Keighley getting back into this game?
I think it would be difficult for them, but I can't see any reason why they can't do.
They're going to have to do something early on in the second half, aren't they?
They are. If you know, you talk about size, what you do to counteract size is throw speed and agility at those big men, so as it exposes the lack of agility.
Well, sorry, I'll have to interrupt you because your public wants you at the moment. Very close to the action here at the Tetley Stadium. Close to the action, and it's been exciting action so far, certainly from the point of view of the Dewsbury Rams supporters, and they are here. Of course, this is the birthplace of the legendary Mike Stevenson, and now the home of Warren Jowett's Barmy Army, and they've got every reason to be happy. Is Steve-O the Doctor? Ah, yes, Doctor Who. That's the question we all wonder, isn't it? Or is he a Klingon? One of the life's mysteries, that is. One of life's mysteries here is whether the Keighley Cougars can battle their way back. 18-6 down at the break, and the Dewsbury Rams increasingly looking threatening. They are, of course, defending this 100% record in the table, and the Cougars are going to have to do something special in the second half if they're going to destroy that record. Tonight at the Tetley Stadium at half-time, the Dewsbury Rams, the Championship 1 leaders, ahead by 18 points to 6 against the Keighley Cougars. Kane Party having a big hand in proceedings in the first half, and the Keighley Cougars with plenty of work to do if they are going to overhaul the Dewsbury Rams and deprive them of this 100% record. All set for the second half here. Referee Robert Hicks ready to get us underway. Let's rejoin our commentary team led by Ben Pro.
Dewsbury Rams on track to make it 10 out of 10 in Championship 1. Half-time they lead by 3 tries to 1. But Warren Jowett's men did have chances to extend that lead in the first half. The sun, again a problem in the early stages of this second period. And it's Keighley with the first possession. Liam Crawley with that first hit up. This fellow, substitute Carl Gunny. This is Jermaine Ray again now for the Cougars.
10 metres, move, go. Dewsbury.
More good work in defence from Dewsbury. This is Ray again. Last one coming up for Keighley Cougars. The kick comes in from Danny Jones. It's fielded well by Rayner. And I think we can join Rod on the sideline. He's with former Keighley favourite Brendan Hill.
Yeah, Brendan's the under-21s coach at Cougar Park now. Brendan, give us your verdict on the first half. Are you pleased not to be further behind because you had a lot of defending to do?
Well, obviously, the amount of pressure that Dewsbury put on our line in that first half, it we're just going to take the toll sooner or later, and they're big, strong lads, and we're not controlling it at the moment. It's simple as that.
What's the game plan for the second half then, Brendan?
We'll basically stop their roll on and get numbers in tackles.
Well, that try that Andrew Schickle scored was reminiscent of you and your pomp, wasn't it?
Well, one or two might say so, but anyhow, never know.
Good luck in the second half. Thanks, Brendan.
Thank you.
Last one for Dewsbury Rams, and Liam Finn launches a kick. Taken almost by Austin Buchanan. It's come back to Rob Spicer, and Spicer heads straight for the heart of that Keighley defence. That's the last one.
Well, he wasn't able to see the referee wave his arm in the air to signal that the Rams had 6 more plays. He'd wiped the tackle count clean. I think said that it came off Lee Maples, challenging for the ball out wide here with Buchanan. And a bit of relief for the Cougars here now as Kyle Gunny tries to scoot from acting halfback, offload to Potter. Now, can they find any speed around this play the ball area?
Great offload to find Dan Potter there. Jermaine Ray finds Danny Jones. Now it's Ray again. Little chip ahead. It's a banana kick, really. Easy in the end for Lingard, and comes back and is driven into the ground there by Danny Jones.
If you look at the end result, from where Ray kicked the ball to where Lingard played it, they gained about 5 metres, and that would be a disappointment for Barry Eaton and the Cougars. They need a better result or a return on their kicks than a 5 metre gain.
Lockwood for Dewsbury Rams. Inside that Keighley half of the field now. Liam Finn finds Hayes further wide. Keep possession. They're trying to throw the ball around here, Dewsbury. And they've got 6 more tackles now as Bryn Powell has it. This is Adam Robinson now for the Rams.
He looks a handful, doesn't he, when he carries the ball. He's made 3 metres since hitting the first defenders, and that's helping the next carry and the one after that as Bryn Powell charges forward.
10 metres, mate.
Very impressive. Bryn Powell, 8 tries already this season. This is Finn, and now Pat Walker. Long pass, this time for a party. Already 2 tries in that first period. Now it's Rob Spicer now for Dewsbury. Spicer will play the ball. James Lockwood, first appearance for Dewsbury. The Charleston amateur making his debut this evening for the Rams. The right hand side, they probe again. Good work in defence coming in from Craig Brown on Hayes. Comes back for Liam Finn. Great work. Dewsbury are in again, and it's Pat Walker who scythed through on the last tackle. Dewsbury get the first try of the second period. It was Keighley who really needed to score first, but it's Pat Walker gets his 4th touchdown this year, the 3rd highest scorer in all 3 top divisions, Pat Walker. And Dewsbury further ahead in this second half.
Well, they've had the tackle count wiped back, but this is great stand-up play. Shifting the ball wide from Finn to him, gets on the outside of his opposite number, and then just burns Calgary for speed. The fellow Keighley defenders stay wide to mark their men. Potter stays out, and that space is too much. Walker clears him on the outside, fends off with the right hand, and scores an important score. The first in the second half, with an attempt here now to convert it into a very stiff breeze.
It's a great kick to follow up a good try from Pat Walker. Dewsbury lead by 24 points to 6.
A lot of the good stuff that came from Dewsbury in the first half came about from Liam Finn, whether it was his distribution or his kicking game. On that occasion, a 20-yard pass from right to left, very difficult spin pass, put his teammate in the clear, and with his pace he managed to get over for the score. But Liam Finn's an incredibly important player for this Dewsbury.
That's buoyed this Dewsbury Rams side further. It was Adam Robinson with the first stride, giving them real heart now. Turn the screw here. Work from Hayes, from Bostock that was. This is Hayes now. Adam Hayes, the captain. 4 tackles gone. This time it's James Lockwood. Last one for the Rams. It's Walker with a kick this time. Testing the Keighley defence again, and it's been coughed up. Dewsbury have 2 tries in a couple of minutes here.
I think Liam Finn is offside here.
I think there are several of the Dewsbury players offside, and that's what the referees asked the video referee to consult. If you look, there's so many of the Rams in front of the kicker, 13, Walker, when he puts the ball in the air, and then so many of them encroach within 10 metres of the man catching the ball. Now, he hasn't quite run 10 metres. In fact, he hasn't been able to run probably 5. The rules state that the man should be allowed to run. If you're in front of the man kicking the ball, you have to permit the man receiving it 10 metres grace. Now, Duffy takes it 1, 2, 3. He's made 3 steps, hasn't he, before anybody gets close to him. And I can't see this being awarded. Nice kick again. Changing the point of attack, really. Everyone anticipated it coming wide to the left for Dewsbury. Walker changes direction and puts it back to Duffy.
Yeah, there's a whole host of players in front. I think the video ref, Jimmy Lee, he's looking how that ball gets dislodged. Maybe he's happy with the kick chase. Because Pat Walker's the first one on the scene, well, he's had a look at the grounding. Could this be a try? He just loses it plain and simple, doesn't he?
Robert Hicks with the decision. Andy Bostock is awarded the try by the video referee, Jamie Leahy. The kicker Walker, who has run his teammates onside there. And so Andy Bostock with his second try. It's 10 tries in 5 matches now, and no wonder he's smiling.
Well, in a similar way to the first half, Dewsbury pinpoint one side of the field and repeatedly asked us defenders to make tackle after tackle. Down this channel here, it's almost a 5 or 10 metre part of the field that they continually probe down. One player after another until working into such position that they then tire the defenders out so much they continue again. It's almost like a sledgehammer to a door. They'll bash the hinges so hard until eventually it falls off. Duffy is the error, and Bostock gratefully falls over the try line.
Walker with the successful kick as well, and so Dewsbury now lead by 30 points to 6. They're on the rampage now, the Rams. Two early tries. Well, we said that they didn't make the most of their possession in the first period. They're certainly doing so in this second 40. Liam Finn weaves forward. Now it's Walker. Stands the ball up for Lee Lingard now.
Dewsbury starting to get some real momentum in this game now. Running with confidence, plenty of players running into holes, handing off, good footwork, good leg drive, offloading the ball.
Liam Finn found Adam Robinson, last one coming up for Dewsbury Rams. Can they make it a hat-trick of tries in this second period? Liam Finn, the danger man, just dinks a kick in. That time it's fielded by Maples, and Maples has lost it. He's lost it backwards.
Well, I think the ball was punched out of his arm by a Dewsbury player. Referee clearly signalled it was back to one, but both Maples and Duffy are under pressure, and in fact all of the players. Buchanan in 16 punches it out of his arm, but it comes backwards to Dan Potter, and the entire Keighley Cougars are under pressure as Dewsbury swarm forward in defence.
Hunt the mistake now, but Keighley just want to get away from that danger area. So looping pass to the Keighley left hand side. There was Gavin Duffy. 3 in there though for Dewsbury. On Andy Schickel. Chip might collect it here. It's great work from John Presley. Presley's found Jones, and Danny Jones is tackled on the last, or this is the last one coming up I should say. Presley has it, assesses the options, puts a kick in, and that finds a Party. It was challenged for it, but a Party comes up with the ball, and Dewsbury have it back.
Well, a brief glimpse of what Presley and Jones, the halves for Keighley, are capable of. Good combination really. One player chipping for his teammates, getting possession back and then being there in support. But we saw just what a quality side in this competition Dewsbury are here. Even with the line broken, with sufficient effort and sensible effort to get back and save a try.
Shouldn't forget, Keighley Cougars with 6 wins from 9.
And I think Scott Law, the 17 here for Keighley, will be penalised, wrestling and grappling around the neck of his opponent.
Schickel continues where Law left off.
Get away, guys, get away.
Schickel, the ball-headed, bearded number 8 from Keighley. He certainly doesn't like what's happening on the scoreboard. Wants to do something about it. Comes up with good impact, and you're right there, the number 17 for Keighley, Scott Law, just has a bit of a grab round the neck. And then there's a bit of pushing and shoving.
You can't take the law into your own arms, Barry.
The law's there to be broken, Phil. More guidelines than law.
Penalty for the high tackle is dumped into touch on this near side. Want to get on with it quickly, Dewsbury, in the shape here of Kane Party. Already inside that Keighley half. Walker, run around, gets it back. Now it's Finn.
Hey, that's a good
inside
effort
this time.
Good effort there to put on an attacking play. Nice run around with some options inside. I hope they do that again.
Bostock received the ball. This is more pressure coming up from Dewsbury. That was Lockwood. Now Finn is tackled. Number 4.
Low again, a little bit high on that. More of a grab than a swing. Can't afford to keep doubling up possession.
It was Ryan Smith who felt that, and Walker. Banana kick off the right-hand boot. Still in play, and it could be put down here. That's great strength. The referee awards the try immediately. No need to have recourse to the video official there. It's Bostock, and Bostock now with a hat-trick of tries for Dewsbury Rams. His second one referred to the video referee. This one awarded straight away, and Andrew Bostock with great strength to get his hat-trick.
What about the kick here from, again, Pat Walker, off the side of his foot. Now, just how hard did Dewsbury have to work? Because Keighley's effort in defence is remarkable, but there's no way that Bostock and the Rams will be stopped here now. They're in such great form, flowing forward, keep it alive to Bryn Powell, who flops it up so nicely to Bostock, keeps the ball alive then, just spins in the tackle. And when you're hot, and the Dewsbury Rams are certainly that.
Pat Walker, another successful conversion, his 6th of the game. And Andy Bostock with a hat-trick here. He got a hat-trick against Blackpool last month as well. And it's now 17 tries for the season. Certainly
an excellent kick from Walker, and I think it's Bretherton who puts a nice little pass here. The ball pops up, and you just can't quite see it on that angle. It looks like there's either an offside, but the ball definitely changes hands from one Dewsbury player to another.
2, don't go early, Keighley. Move.
Well, it's showtime now for the Rams. Go. Every player wants the ball, everyone wants to be in the right position, prepared to run a decoy.
The party has it back for Dewsbury.
10 metres.
3 tackles gone.
Go.
This is Lockwood.
4. Move.
Driven into the turf there
Jimmy.
by Cartledge. Liam Finn. Hayes now. Oh, in fact, it's Adam Robinson who goes over halfway for Dewsbury. Last one for Warren Jowett's side. Liam Finn put under pressure, but he's got kick away. Great tackle initially there from Buchanan, but it's Lee Maples who gets away. And now it's a Keighley penalty, and Spicer moves in quickly. Referee immediately in to calm things down.
I think Lee Maples is frustrated. He stood on the wing, he's done nothing wrong tonight, and yet the scoreboard keeps ticking against him, but he stands behind the post watching converted goals. Pat Walker does some push and show.
Let's just have another look at this try. The ball here hits the floor, and it seems to go into Bretherton's hands. The number 17, he's got it in his hands, then it's stolen by Bostock. That should have been no try in an offside position. Jams the ball down. That should have been a penalty for offside.
On that line. Come on, Pat, you're better than that, mate.
Okay. To the field It's Schickel.
10 metres.
Taken down by Robinson. Feather. Now Cartledge.
Nice that Pat Walker shows there's two sides to his game. He can kick and pass and run. He's prepared to tackle too.
Feather for Jones, and Law is through. Law has support on his outside from George Rayner. Rayner hasn't touched that ball down. It looked for all the world that George Rayner was going to score here for Keighley Cougars.
Great work from Bryn Powell.
Brilliant tackle from Powell.
Just dislodges the ball. To be honest, I've seen a lot of this from the Dewsbury players, targeting that ball, trying to
Just have a look to see if it went in.
not illegally stripping the ball, but just making it difficult for the Keighley players to hold on to it. George Rayner there, for all the money he thinks he's over.
I would have thought then that this is a goal line dropout, not a tap on the 20, but teams and officials tend to, in fact, he's going to change his mind. It's a goal line dropout in my opinion. Rayner has the ball deliberately and intentionally stolen from him.
The call is amended. Robert Hicks does indeed give the goal line dropout. So Keighley will have a second set of 6.
Still great work from Bryn Powell. Never give up, even if you're just restricting the angle of that kick when they're scoring a try.
Well, they're even making it hard for their opponents when they may have to do a goal line dropout. And that's the nature of the game. If you can challenge your opponents, attack them even when they have the ball, you've got every chance of winning the games and being in the top of your competition. Dewsbury is showing that.
Get your head in, Luce, get your head in.
The little things that matter in this sport.
Wasn't the best dropout, but Keighley have got possession back. Good offload, finds Feather, and Feather lively for a moment, then tied up by Ryan Smith, driving into the heart of that Dewsbury defence. That was Ray, this Feather. Feather finds Schickel, and Schickel has the ball dislodged.
Is the ball targeted again? Is the ball targeted? Yeah, it's stripped out again. The referee's saying he should have had control, but I feel that was stripped out. Feather's becoming more prominent. The more you feel, the more he has the ball in his hands in this second half, they can cause some real trouble.
Keighley at the scrum, and then they blow another great chance. A party has it for Dewsbury. Had a lot of pressure in this last 5 minutes. Keighley Cougars haven't been able to add to that one try they scored in the first half.
Well, scrum wins against the feed are rarer than a 40-20, aren't they, in this game? And they were playing dropsy here. The ball's gone backwards according to the referee. What a waste there from Keith, having won the scrum when Dewsbury fed it, to lose it on play 1. I know they're trying to score urgently and desperately, but they needed a little more respect for possession.
Dewsbury relegated from National League 1 last year. They're wanting to join the second tier of rugby league at the first attempt.
40 clear.
Walker with the kick, fielded by Rayner, and George Rayner cuts in field. It's a great chase though from Dewsbury Rams. Keighley Cougars with 11 days to prepare for this. Dewsbury Rams with that cup tie against Barrow. They look the fitter at this stage. Of course, a healthy lead doesn't hurt that process, I'm sure. Three tackles gone. Keighley in possession, and it's Law who goes over halfway. Lockwood with the tackle for Dewsbury. Good pass round the corner from James Feather. It's Presley now, and then siding run. Made that many metres forward though. It's Carl Hughes. Hughes 4 tries against Workington last time out.
No pressure on the Dewsbury player catching that ball. Keighley too far back, no energy. They just can't get up to put any pressure.
Comfortable for Lee Lingard. This is Austin Buchanan now. Presley gets the ball away. It's Rob Spicer now for the Rams. Tackle comes in from Law there. It's on Wildey. Schickel in there as well. And then Finn with the kick.
Just look at the Dewsbury players here now. It's almost a sprint race to be first down there. Warren Jowett's done a great job, hasn't he? I suppose as a coach you've got to create the right atmosphere and engender the right attitude, and Dewsbury appear to have that at present. They want to play when they have the ball and they're prepared to work hard when they don't.
Main Ray for Keighley. Mike Emmett gets the ball away. James Feather, I should say. Ray is there again for Keighley, and good tackle round his legs, but he's got the ball away, and now Jones has it, and Danny Jones is dangerous in open play. Danny Jones with support on his outside. They've blown it again. Dan Potter it was. The overlap was there. Dan Potter looks to the sky. They're only looking for their second try this game. It might not make too much difference on the scoreboard. Another opportunity lost for Keighley.
Well, you know, at the end of a season we keep a record and we celebrate the top try scorers, but you should celebrate the top try savers, because here's another effort. This is earlier in the game when the ball's knocked out.
Ball again, Phil. He stripped that ball again, Bryn Powell.
That was the earlier one then, Barry. That was the Powell one earlier when Rayner was already over the try line. But Powell's try saving record is 2 from 2 tonight. Throughout the course of the season, it's what adds up to make the difference, and tries saved is equally as important as tries scored.
Great work from Bryn Powell.
Andy, watch your tackles, mate.
Third season at Dewsbury.
Just keep off the head. Hold. Good. Just trying to help him, mate.
Now it's defensive work on show from Keighley in the shape there of Jermaine Ray and Will Cartledge. That was Lingard now for Dewsbury. A party has it, and a party gets almost through the first tackle. Jones comes back for more. Inside the last quarter of this game now. Dewsbury with an appetite for more points as they try and go over halfway here. Taken back by Feather. Schickel in there as well. Liam Finn with the kick on the last tackle. Bounces awkwardly, but Gavin Duffy has it safely under control now.
Really impressed with Liam Finn's kicks. Only one in the match has actually gone over the dead ball line. Pressure's relieved a bit here for the Keighley side as they're awarded a penalty. When Liam Finn's kicked the ball, the length of his kicks have been most impressive. Not only has he been able to find the land between the wingers and the fullback, but he's got it to sit on or around the try line, or maybe just short of it. Too many kicks go too far. Very rarely is the kick too short.
World Cup experience with Ireland, Liam Finn.
He's 2 yards in front here, Robert!
Presley to the left-hand side. All round the man in possession all the time, Dewsbury Rams. It's Keegan Hurst on that occasion. This is Law. Good pass. Hughes, this is Feather now. Chip over the top. Almost taken in by Duffy. Touched a Dewsbury hand first, I think.
Well, that's what the referee says too. Maybe the knock on now. Does that go forward? I didn't feel as though it did from Bryn Powell, but the referee says it does, and therefore the one from Duffy is ruled out. Keighley get the ball from the scrum.
Oh, that's gone forward, that, Phil. Giving Keighley the chance to possibly pour some second half points at different times. They look inventive, they look imaginative, and they're having to be creative because Dewsbury's defensive line is still attacking. Feather's on the ball.
Was inventive then. He's found James Feather. They try to up the tempo here. Keighley, Carl Hughes. He can use his strength there. Rob Spicer with a good tackle initially, assisted by Pat Walker. Move back to the centre of the field with Jones. This is John Presley now. Presley on the bounce. It's Purse Club.
But the two passes to get the ball to Presley were brilliant. The third one in that set was the one that let them down, and as you see, Purslove there just bounces around, taps it forward.
I don't necessarily think it were a bad ball. It was thrown into an area of space. It probably just needed a better line and a better reaction from where the ball was going to land.
Frustration from Barry Eaton. Over 1,500 points for Dewsbury. The Keighley coach. That was Powell. Again, the too long in the tackle interference. Dewsbury with another penalty and easy meters forward. What can Dewsbury do in terms of adding to this margin? They've already posted a 70 points this season. This is Buchanan now for Dewsbury. Now Lingard, and then
Great ball.
Ball from Finn, and Buchanan is in. It's an easy try in the corner for Austin Buchanan. Austin Buchanan's 10th try of the season, 7th in the last 4 now. One of the real potent weapons in this Dewsbury side. A couple of tries at Barrow last week in the Northern Rail Cup. And the latest now for Dewsbury.
Well, again, 3 plays to set them into this position, and then all of the focus on that play, the one that's come up with 4 points. Liam Finn changes from the open side back to the short side, and it's a great delivery of a pass to a man stood outside his opposite winger, clearly going down the inside of that line and delighting his home supporters with a further score for the Dewsbury Rams.
Third season at Dewsbury, Austin Buchanan, and Pat Walker for the chance to get his 7th goal here. Not an easy kick for him. Some sun to contend with as well. He's pulled that wide of the uprights, and so Dewsbury now 40 points to 6 ahead.
It's probably a good indication of how dominant the forwards have been for Dewsbury tonight. The fact that they haven't had to rely on Austin Buchanan. Normally he's the most potent player. He's the player that scores all the tries, gains all the meters. And that's him for his first 66 minutes it's took him.
Austin Buchanan sponsored by a local band in Dewsbury. Well, playing all the right notes there for Dewsbury. It's been that sort of performance for the Rams, really. Keighley impressive in parts, but no answer to this pressure from Dewsbury.
I have seen a lot of that tonight. A lot of hands on the ball. Not necessarily trying to rip it out, just when as a player somebody has hold of your ball, takes your focus off your leg drive, takes your focus off what you're about to do, and you just try and keep hold of it.
This is Danny Jones for Keighley Cougars. Carl Hughes driven into the ground. It's a great hit from Spicer, I think it was. Now Cartledge. Keighley looking for a second try in this game. Feather. Back for Jones. Short ball for Law this time. Scott Law had the chance to be impressive as he was last time out again.
Oh, that's a shame.
Pass. It's not the best. Sends Keighley backwards.
That's a shame. The referee had called held. Real shame for Schickel. He's worked hard, second and first half. Just gets his arm free and pops the ball out over the top to Feather, who looks to promote it. Just a second too late.
Well, it's worth explaining, isn't it, though, that he called held and at the same time he passed the ball, so the rules state that it's a scrum with this side in possession again.
Just
see Scott Law injured as he goes to ground, and it's Schickel then on the next play.
He's another one that's worked hard. It's a thankless task for front rowers when you're 40 points behind to get the team going.
Presley gives it to Potter. Feather moves in. Now Schickel. Feather again. Good ball. Finds Presley. Presley on the bounce. Again, Dewsbury come up with possession. Just stripped there, and so Dewsbury have another penalty. Keith have another penalty, I should say.
Maples on that occasion chooses to strip that ball. Can't quite get it. Buchanan secures it. Can't resist it. Maple, number 22, just has a poke at it.
This is a party on the charge now for Dewsbury Rams. It's Rayner who clings to it. It's a good tackle. Dewsbury trying to up the tempo here. Just emphasise their superiority. Already 40 points to 6 up.
2 feet, James! Go!
The leaders, Keegan Hurst, was Finn. Now Spicer. Now Walker. Over the top to Hayes. It's Bretherton. 4 gone for Dewsbury. Keegan Hurst using his strength. Last one for the Rams. Camped under the Keighley posts. Walker, another probing kick. It's too long in the end. But again, they've got all the options on that last tackle.
I'm impressed with Keighley here though. Even though the scoreboard says they've lost tonight, there's only 10 minutes to go. They're playing really as if the score's level. Oh, what a tackle there now. Is it a legal one?
Lee Lingard picks him up and dumps him on his head. What's the referee judging here?
Well, technically it's a dangerous tackle. I don't know how the referee has missed that, but he has.
He has his hand in between. Hand in between the legs and everything.
It's illegal because it puts the man with the ball into a dangerous position.
Correct.
And we both admire the technique of picking him up, but unfortunately it's no longer legal.
Adam, you've got to put your head in, mate.
Scrum retaken because Adam Hayes put his head in. He now has the ball, the captain. Finds Finn. Finn to the right hand side. Great flick from Alex Bretherton, but it wasn't pounced upon by Powell there.
Worth the effort though from the scrum, and the crowd appreciate it too. They've shifted it from the scrum to the right winger. It's rugby league at its best, isn't it? A scrum attacking play, ball comes out, 4 quick passes, find the fast men on the outside of the field and see if they can delight the crowd with another try. Keighley just about up to the job.
I think that the Dewsbury crowd must be more than happy as it is. Keighley have possession. Feather. Pass away. It's Carl Hughes.
And you see the tackle already completed. Kane Party diving on too late. They call it a flop. Tackle's over and he joins it just a millisecond too late.
First blemish on the Party's copybook. 2 tries in that first half. And now Keighley over halfway with Andy Schickel. This is Will Cartledge.
Rob Spicer saw that coming.
Walker upstairs as well. Feather has it and throws a dummy there. Gets the ball away to Cartledge again. Now Jones, and Danny Jones just sizing up the options and tries to side through himself.
Ball steal, the referee says there. I think that's probably one of the only occasions I think the Keighley player was trying to offload it.
It's Keegan Hurst, the guilty party. This is Presley. Now Ryan Benjerfield for Keighley Cougars. Danny Jones back inside, James Feather, and now John Presley. Presley just 5 metres short, and it's a probing run this time from Feather. They're going to keep him out though. 3 of them in there, Keegan Hurst among them for Dewsbury. Now Presley, short pass. It's Hughes who has it. Good ball to that left-hand side. Purse glove is there. Last one for Keighley. On the bounce finds Presley. Presley for Jones. And Danny Jones trying to come back the other way off the floor. And then Schickel knocks it on. Trying desperately to get another 4 points there, Keighley. You can see that desperation as Schickel knocks on.
And the Dewsbury supporters delighted with the eagerness with which the Rams are prepared to defend. Even in the closing stages of this game, there's a commitment to prevent the Cougars from getting any more points on the scoreboard. An attitude really, that's more important than the significance of the scoreboard, and an attitude which has taken them to the top of this league. And at halfway through this season, you'd have to imagine that the Dewsbury Rams are clearly the form and standout side. I think a challenge maybe that they could set themselves now. Could they go the remainder of the season without being beaten?
This is Spicer with a half break for Dewsbury. Plays the ball quickly again. Appetite for more points here. Mike Emmett gets the ball away and immediately goes over to that right-hand side. Bredderton has it. Now it's Powell cutting in field. Last one. Comes back for Finn, and Finn just drifts a kick over the top. Oh, it's bounced for Liam Finn, and Liam Finn over for another 4-pointer for Dewsbury. It was invention from the number 19. Well, he's been like that all night. He's been at the heart of everything that Dewsbury Rams have done in a positive way, and Liam Finn rewarded with his 10th try of the season, all his own work, and Dewsbury emphasising their superiority.
For the 4th time they've scored tonight on the last play. Again, he's put under pressure, but it's a chip over, one he wasn't quite expecting to get. The bounce went kindly for him. He followed it up and scores just to the left of the post with a punch in the face for his pains. Great kick over the top here. The kicks have been good tonight, and although Keighley work hard to get there, they're unable to stop Liam Finn scoring the try that he deserves. He's created so much of what Dewsbury have done tonight. He's now converted some of it into 4 more points with an option for 2 more.
Liam Finn with his first attempt of this match. Already 14 goals in 2009. No problem. So now 15 goals and 10 tries in this Championship 1 campaign for Liam Finn, who really has been a standout player for Dewsbury today.
Liam Finn is one of those players. I've coached him while he's been with Ireland. I've obviously watched him to select him for the Ireland team. And you watch him and you wonder why he's not at Super League. He may be, given half a yard of pace, has the quality and ability to make it. But that try there was absolutely superb. I played under a coach once who used to say that chips belong with fish from Brian's, but not when you get 6 points out of them.
Warren Jowett must be happy. 17 wins now in 29 games since he took over, just over 12 months in charge in the Dewsbury hot seat. The time to add another try. Liam Crawley plays the ball. Almost a dummy there from Lingard. The party was on his shoulder. Emmett moves in. Jermaine Ray with the tackle for Keighley Cougars on Crawley, and then Liam Finn, the higher kick this time. It's Maples who fields it. Keighley being asked to bring the ball away from deep in their own half again. 3 in the tackle for Dewsbury. Feather, big hit there. It's Carl Gunny who copped that, and now Ray gets another one.
He won't give up, Jermaine Ray.
It was Keegan Hurst on that occasion.
And to be fair, none of these Keighley players have. Even though the scoreboard suggests they're 40 points behind, they're still fighting tooth and nail, especially this fella Schickel.
Last one. Coming up for Keighley Cougars. Looks to the air. Presley, and it's Finn who's there to collect for Dewsbury. Inside the last 2 minutes, good work from Jones, assisted by John Presley. Some pride in this Keighley side too. Buchanan for Dewsbury, then a knock on.
Can they get over the try line in the last couple of minutes here now, Keighley? Give the fans something to remember before they go home.
Mike Emmett's given them an opportunity to do so with that knock on.
Come on, let's get in.
Just 90 seconds left.
Tight heads. Ball in.
Is the chance for some consolation for Barry Eaton's side against his old club. This will hurt the Keighley coach. Now it's Presley. Purse gloved. Feather ignores Gunny, finds Jermaine Ray. Short pass for Presley. Presley's kick. He's seen out by Dewsbury. It's a goal line dropout.
Lovely little
that
kick.
threat.
A lovely little kick from Presley there with his blue suede shoes on. He taps that ball just over the try line. Just watch him here. Keighley players are having a crack. Rob Spicer has to take it out of play. Last 30 seconds for Keighley.
Liam Finn with the dropout for Dewsbury. It's Rayner to run it back for Keighley Cougars. Seconds ticking down. May get a couple of tackles. This is Jermaine Ray. Plays the ball for James Feather. Presley, as the hooter goes, it's knocked on by Keighley Cougars, and Dewsbury Rams maintain their 100% record in the Championship 1. It's been a thoroughly satisfactory performance for this Dewsbury crowd to see. 2 tries from Kana Party. Dewsbury would maintain their 100% record. Keighley Cougars with their first loss in 4 matches, and an unhappy return to Dewsbury for Keighley Cougars coach Barry Eaton. Bostock with a try as well.
Some tremendous performances. Some tremendous performances for Dewsbury tonight. The game was built around power. It was built around speed. Smiles on the faces of the Dewsbury players. You just think the man in the middle, Liam Finn, he was the important player in this match.
Liam Finn, all that was good about Dewsbury today. He's the man of the match, and he's with Rod.
Liam, well done, you're the man of the match. There's a champagne that goes with it. You lost your last game at Barrow in agonising circumstances. It would have been easy to come here and be down on yourself. What was the chat pre-match and getting back up for this game?
Well, we just wanted to make sure that we didn't get caught short in the start of the game. We had to make sure we started well, and we got us confidence straight back.
Sorry, mate, tell us a little bit about the way the forwards got you on the front foot and the role you got on, particularly in the first half.
Oh, well, the forwards have been great all year, and we based a lot of the game on it, as most teams do, obviously. But the young forwards and they go forward well, and we base everything on back of them.
That's 100% record in the league, so is it conceivable you can go 100% in Championship 1?
Oh, I don't know about that. We're not talking about that within the camp. We're just taking, I know it's a cliche, but we're taking each game as it comes, and the first goal is to win the league, and whatever comes after that's a bonus.
Now, you're the man of the match. There's a £100 cheque that goes to charity of your choice as well. Liam, can you tell us where that will be going?
Yeah, I'd like to give it to the Brendan Rooney Fund.
Well done, Liam, thanks for that. Let's bring the coach in, the Dewsbury coach, Warren Jarrett. Well done, Warren. 8 points clear, I think, now at the top of the table, ahead of Oldham and Keighley a point further back. Is that just about job done in terms of winning the league?
Nowhere near. There's 9 games left, 8 games left. There's a long way to go. It's a game at a time for us. We're talking about winning the league now. We're going to slip up, so not all. Job ain't done by a long shot.
I know you scored 8 tries tonight, and some of them were very impressive, but I think the guys in the commentary were particularly impressed with the way you defended your line, particularly the way you stopped 2 certain Keighley tries in the second half. Is that something you're instilling in the players?
Yeah, you know, we've done a lot of hard work in the off-season. We still work hard now in season with our defence. There were areas that, I wasn't happy with, and I've got a lot of tired men out there. They put a big effort in against Barrow last Saturday. We've had a short turnaround. I've got a lot of tired men out there, so, I'll take me off to rack up a score like that and, keep Keighley to 6 points, or 3rd in table. It's a massive effort, so
well done tonight, Warren.
Cheers, thank you.
Thanks, Warren.
So a satisfactory evening for Warren Jowett. He works in the construction industry, has his own building firm. He's built a very impressive Dewsbury Rams side here. 46-6. Bostock with a hat-trick, Ipati with 2 as well among their try scorers. And really, after Keighley got that try after 10 minutes, it's been all Dewsbury, Phil, especially in the second half.
Yeah, they built on their advantage. They showed the age-old proposition: get close to your opponent's line and apply pressure. Pat Walker scored the first try, getting outside his men. Shortly after that, they continued to put their opponents under pressure. Again, a kick by Walker. Duffy's under pressure. He comes up with a mistake, loses possession close to the try line, and Bostock just falls over the line from that range. Again, almost within 10 minutes of the second half, the Rams had scored 18 points. Such was the dominance at this part of the match. A skillful effort again for Bostock to get his 3rd try of the match. Don't know if they'll give him a new club hat for it, but it's a hat-trick in many ways. But the real significant thing was the tries saved. And Bryn Powell here on 2 occasions, firstly on Rayner, the fullback, gets back to deny one. And then again, as Potter goes for the line, it's Jones who makes the breakthrough, finds Potter in support. And had Keighley scored these 2 tries and converted them, it conceivably could have been 36 points to 18, and the Cougars were back close. As it was then a Finn pass here to Buchanan, and a lovely pass. I think the pass of the night for me. Set up a try for the left winger to score. And the final one of the game, again, a last tackle play, something that Dewsbury have been very good at tonight. Chip and chase by Finn. Very rarely do we see these in rugby league. Nice that they still exist, and nice, although he got a poke in the eye, that he scored the final try.
Yeah, deserving man of the match award to Liam Finn. I think the remarkable thing is that Keighley scored that try after 10 minutes. And OK, they bombed a couple of opportunities in the second half, but they really didn't threaten the Dewsbury defence apart from that, did they?
I think they put some good players on at times. They moved the ball when they got, on the few occasions they got close to Dewsbury's try line. But Dewsbury's defence was just too good. I mean, ultimately you need firepower in rugby league, and they didn't have the firepower in the middle of the field, whether that's taking the ball forward or whether that's tackling. Dewsbury were just dominant with and without the ball, and it made life hard for the likes of Jones and Presley really to create anything for the Keighley team.
And this is a totally different Dewsbury side. I mean, it is a totally different side because Warren Jowett has built it himself. He's got amateur players in. But also, when you think the depression, they won only 2 games all last season, were relegated. The mood around here, you've had Teletubbies and Daleks and fans celebrating. It's totally transformed, isn't it?
It encapsulates the highs and lows of sport, isn't it? It's why people turn up to watch, and rugby league tonight's given the Dewsbury supporters something to feel good about. They feel good about the side. They feel good about the way the side are playing the game at the moment. It's entertaining, the winning matches, and the people want to be a part of it. I think that's reflected in the way that the team are playing as well. Everybody wants to get their hands on the ball or even make the tackles and be heavily involved.
Well, that they were tonight, to the tune of 46 points, and it's done there standing in the table. Plenty of good, of course, still 10 from 10 and on 30 points and maintaining this 100% record. And they've got that 8-point advantage over Oldham, and Keighley Cougars now still in third place, 9 points behind. So Dewsbury Rams very definitely in the box seats in Championship 1. Well, there's more Super League to come in the days ahead. On Friday, we're at Craven Park for Hull KR against Harlequins. That's at 7:30 on Sky Sports 2, and Super League Extra Time follows that via the red button. And on Saturday at Bellevue, it's the Wakefield Trinity Wildcats against Hull FC at 5:30 on Sky Sports 2. And then another game on Saturday night, 8 o'clock on Sky Sports 2, the international from Paris as France take on England. And that'll be a big night for Tony Smith's new look side, and we'll be in Paris to bring you coverage of that. It's going to be a great night in Paris. It's been a great night here for the Dewsbury Rams, and they are still on top of Championship 1, still 100%. No wonder it's jubilant Dewsbury.
More sport, news and views at skysports.com.